Hello and welcome to another episode of Silver Halide Wanderings. Again, thank you to everybody who has responded to the earlier videos, and secondly, an apology for taking such a long time to post something new. Travel at Christmas, work, all sorts of life things get in the way because I just do this for a bit of fun and it's my personal viewpoint on photography. Today's video very much is going to be about personal viewpoints. It's going to be a little bit of my sort of personal philosophy of what I think photography might be, or a certain genre of photography that sometimes in social media confuses me a little bit. Today I'm going to look at my thoughts about what is quite often called street photography. I think Wikipedia makes an interesting place to start this. Wikipedia, as you can see, suggests that street photography is conducted art or inquiry that features unmediated chance encounters, random incidents. That's referenced from a work by Mary Warner Marion, published in 2012. And of course it then goes on to talk about things like decisive moment and the overlap with candid photography, etc. From a British perspective, it then goes on to obviously talk about Tony Ray Jones. And that's maybe where things start to go a little bit awry, where things get a little bit vague. My favourite TRJ photo is this one, a photo that probably most people would not associate with street photography. So what is this street photography thing? Tony himself was very much influenced by the work of Garry Winogrand and started taking the photographs he's most remembered for after he came back from America. This is one of Winogrand's earliest published works, and it definitely has all the elements that we expect to see in street photography. But Winogrand was certainly much more than a photographer who photographs people on streets. He was much more rounded than that. And I think for me, the term street photographer possibly limits our understanding of who these photographers were and what they actually did. Winogrand was a photographer of his home. He was a photographer of the Bronx in New York. He was very much a documentarian of time and place. So when I'm unsure about photography, I actually often read what David Hearn has to say in his great Instagram posts, and I think he really captures what the importance of street photography might be. It's the importance of capturing time and place. And that does not have to be street photography. Street photography is documentary photography. It doesn't need a separate pedestal. It's important enough in its own right. And I guess very much it's that's given me so much joy over such a long time with photography. I'm very lucky. I've managed to live in the last 20 years in round about 9 different countries. And that has given me a great opportunity to observe, a great opportunity to look and to think about, and time to get to know places. And I think that's what lifts the photography of, say, Tony Ray Jones or Garry Winogrand. Not that I'm comparing myself to them, but they knew their place intimately. They knew what they were doing intimately, and they observed beautifully. And currently I live in Cambodia, and that's given me a great opportunity to just observe. So I'm not sure if we need to reductively reduce everything into smaller and smaller categories. I think photography, when it observes and when it documents, is fabulous and the highest form that it can be. And maybe I'll leave you with my favourite photograph of a street. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. I keep trying to get one of these out at least once a month, maybe every 2 weeks if I can. But obviously, like I said, I do this for fun, so life sometimes gets in the way. But thank you for watching, and hopefully it gave you something to think about.